I'm Josh Toll.
And I'm Brett Roberts.
Welcome to Hapticast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hapticast, Episode 7. This is Haptic Intel's podcast where we talk about games and other things that tickle our ass cheeks. I just thought of that right now.
I could tell.
I didn't think of one this week.
I could tell.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the pause, but
yeah.
I also started there, but I don't feel like going back, so we're going to keep it. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Steven's with us in spirit. Our permanent extra co-host that we love. So, Brett.
What's up?
It's almost Halloween. Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
No, it's almost Valentine's Day. I want to say Halloween, but it's Valentine's Day because I'm getting it mixed up with Destiny and the shits. The Crimson and the Valentines and the spooky memes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got you this button. You guys aren't going to be able to see it, but it says you're sweet.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can't read that.
See it.
You can't read that at all. But I got it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Put it on.
Oh, it has some sprinkles on there, too.
Yeah, you going to put it on?
Yeah. Thanks, Josh.
No problem.
I'm going to wear it to the movies tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see Deadpool tonight?
Yep.
You don't actually have to put it on if you don't want to.
No, I'm going to put it on. There we go.
All right, there you go.
Can't even see it.
Can you see it? Hidden by your mic.
All right.
Okay, so
Josh, what is Haptic Intel? I think you should inform everyone.
we're a place where we talk about games and hang out, and let's plays and unpopular opinions and us getting mad and.
Now, if someone wants to know more about Haptic Intel, what should they do?
Should watch our YouTube videos.
They should subscribe.
Oh.
They should visit www.hapticintel.com, which is under construction right now, but go check it out. That's what they should do.
Facebook, Twitter.
Facebook.com/HapticIntel, at HapticIntel on Twitter. You should do that.
Twitch.tv/HapticIntel. I can't talk today. I'm stuttering.
You are.
Like, I had a stroke before we came on.
It's all right.
I can't articulate my words.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Also,
right.
in our last, and we'll export it as a separate thing, but in our last podcast, which will be up by the time this is up, obviously, we talk about some childhood stories, some childhood memories. So if you want to know more about us and how Brett was a magician, check that out. All right, let's start how we do sometimes when we feel like it.
This is old. As we
Usually, actually, always.
Yeah.
I was trying to make some. Okay. The games that we're playing.
All right.
You can go ahead first.
I've been playing Guitar Hero Live. A lot.
World Tour.
Not World Tour. World Tour is bad. I've been playing Guitar Hero Live. Really good. I started Uncharted 2. As we talked about last week, I finished Uncharted 1.
Yeah.
If you want to know my opinions on Uncharted 1, check that out.
Yeah.
What else have I been playing? There's a lot. I beat a game called Firewatch.
We did an Indie Intel segment on that, which is a new segment we're doing here in Hapticast, where we highlight indie games.
So if you want to see that, go check it out. Also, by the time this full podcast is out, we might have our Firewatch review out.
Yeah, we
should.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see what we thought of Firewatch, check it out. What else have I been playing?
Rocket League update.
Oh yeah, Rocket League is updated with the new Rocket Labs maps.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've literally been playing everything that you've been playing, minus Guitar Hero, and plus Bloodborne.
Yes.
Working on DLC. I'm going to take a break from Bloodborne for a few days here because
You're stuck.
I'm finished right now with Abritas. I didn't beat her in my first playthrough.
Yeah.
And I'm getting really close. Like, literally going in. Like, it's taking me like a half hour because I'm doing it slow, and I have the Holy Blade, and I'm just fucking shoving the whole thing into her butthole constantly, over and over and over again. And it's chunk at her nice, but it takes a while, and I'm just keep dodging into her fucking, her cheeks, her
tail, her fins,
fucking little shits there. And I keep getting GG'd by the move where she calls all the jizz from the heaven and it kills you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've dodged it a few times since I asked you, I don't think it's possible to get it, but it is. But sometimes if I get hit with it the first time, it kind of stutters you a little bit, I think, and then it's just.
And then you're gonna get hit with all of them.
Yeah.
From there on, yeah. I know what you mean.
It's trying to anticipate it, but it's hard when I'm just all I see is her fucking cheeks. You know what I mean? I'm stuck in the thing.
Yeah, and another thing is every time you die, you have to go and you have to farm blood vials, which can be annoying.
Yeah, because she eats up a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
you'll have 0 left after you're done the fight, and you have to go get more.
But that being said, the DLC area is easy as fuck now. the hunter. I haven't tried the first boss again, but the whole area is easy, and before it was annoying, but now it's GG, no worry, it's fine.
All right, that's
But
good.
yeah, Rocket League update, Firewatch beat it. I think that's it.
There's something
and
else
then
that we've been playing.
Destiny.
We started Destiny again.
Yeah, we started playing the Winston doubles, Crimson doubles.
Yeah, it's the Valentine's Day, I guess, weekly update that they did. So the whole tower's decked out with flowers, rose petals everywhere, and everything's red, which is...
It's fun. The Crimson doubles was more fun than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's like just having the 2-on-2 is a interesting dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, teamwork is needed, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone dies, the other player gets boosted. So
Yeah.
when it's 1v, even if it's 1v1 or 1v2, whoever has no teammate, they're going to be boosted, and they're going to be fucking way more powerful.
But it's good. It relies on teamwork. I mean, you and I play games all the time, so we're in, squad deep most of the time. Just us anyway.
We lost a couple of times to some really good players, but most of the time we were doing pretty well.
It was fine. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's not like, even when we kept losing, I don't know. Like, I wasn't, too mad about it. Because it's also, your skill, and you have to plan and be smart.
Yeah.
We probably could have got that guy, but he was OP. He burned us to death, and he had just the shield on. I don't know what it was, but it kept coming up fast, quickly.
And he'd come back to life with his...
the Sunsinger.
Sunsinger, yeah.
But it's good. It's fun. I enjoyed it.
Listen, Destiny's a good game. There's some things about it that make it hard to stick with.
Yeah.
But
These little events are nice, but anyway, we spoke about Destiny a few weeks ago.
And we talked about how there is a rumored expansion coming this year instead of a sequel.
Correct.
And the sequel will be coming next year.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in a Bungie update, a weekly update, I think it was, right, on one of their blog posts, they finally gave us, they confirmed, speculation, about some Outlook for stuff. I can't talk. Some stuff coming for year 2. Jesus Christ.
All right.
So it's going to be a DLC pack that's something similar to Scale of the Taken King.
Okay. Which was huge.
Right, which was essentially a game within itself. Yeah. And also some kind of other significant update and a sandbox thing planned for the game.
Sandbox.
Maybe Forge?
That would be a game changer.
Something like Forge or something. I don't know. And that's slated for a spring/winter of this year release. It's also going to come with a level increase, and they confirmed a new game in 2017.
I'm in.
Yeah, it'd be nice to, because the light levels, they did up the defense and the damage a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still Grind City.
They kind of changed the whole mechanic of leveling up as well. Once you hit a certain point, you level up with the light levels now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So. Yeah. I mean, when the Taken King came out, we all bought it. All of our friends. We all played it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun because everyone was playing, but then slowly but surely everyone started to get faded out by how much there wasn't to do anymore.
Yeah. Well, we had the raids, but we talked about that when we talked about why Activision and Bungie were being cucks with this, and number one took too long to talk about this. It's fucking February, whatever. It came out the 10th. Sorry, you're late. Year started a month and a half ago. But the raids, and we talked about how it just we can't always get that many people together, and you can't rely on people online or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can't matchmake with people online, so for that.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'll get it, I'm sure.
I will too. Destiny is a fine game, and like I always say, the mechanics are just really tight, and they're there, and I actually had to, when we played the Crimson Doubles, I had to turn my sensitivity down to 6, I believe. I was at the highest, which was, I believe, 10.
Is that what you normally play on?
I guess last time I played, I guess I lost something, because I used to be good, and now I'm not that good, but I'm good, but I was better. I could play on sensitivity 10 and fucking...
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm on 3.
I use the Suros regime, so what that means is when you zoom in, your bullets go slower, but you get more accurate. So you'll be spraying with it, and it'll be all over the place. But when you zoom in, it's
yeah,
and it's nice. So I had to have good precision skills with my sensitivity. For some reason, I guess I was Rambo or something, and I put it on 10 last time I played, and I was just sniping dudes with it. But now I have to slowly aim towards their heads, so.
Destiny's good. We'll see more about the update. It said spring/winter 2016. They also said that they'll probably release some more supplemental things, kind of like the Crimson Double Valentine Festival of the Cops
The
shit.
Festival of the Lost Halloween.
Yeah, Sparrow Racing thing. I don't see why they couldn't keep something like Sparrow Racing.
Like for good?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even like this Crimson Doubles thing, keep that as a game mode. That's a fun game mode, you know what I mean?
It's because they like to make you feel like they're giving you more, so they'll do it.
They're giving you more by not giving you more.
Like, I don't mind stuff like Iron Banner being an event.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fine.
Because the armor that you get for it, you're like, oh,
and the Trials of Osiris.
Yeah. Well, that's a thing on itself. You get access to the lighthouse, which we've never...
Yeah.
No. All right.
It's hard. All right, moving on. The head of Sony VR has stepped down.
That's interesting.
Dr. Dave... I can't even read my handwriting now. Dave Ranyard, I think, is how you pronounce it. Left Sony London studio. He developed London Heist and various other VR demos. London Heist is like a really popular one. He was at the studio for 17 years, and he played a pivotal role in developing PSVR. He also developed iToy and that SingStar thing. And here's a quote from him. Quote, 2016 is going to be the year of VR. It is the perfect time for me to take this step into independent development. The emergence of a new medium like VR doesn't come along very often, and I really want to be a part of this new world, end quote.
It's interesting. I keep saying it's interesting because it really is. I don't know if it's good or if it's bad. Surely it's bad for Sony. Maybe it's good for him.
Well, he's right that this is a big year for VR because this is when
What is VR?
Virtual reality.
And what is PSVR? For the
PlayStation's virtual reality headset. Yeah, it's coming out sometime this year.
I just want to, because some people may not know what PlayStation VR is. They might be Xbox players and they're watching, PC players, and keep them informed, So this guy developed. It's important to know because iToy was PlayStation's early,
like PlayStation camera thing.
Yeah, and there was games where there'd be like ninjas on the screen. And you'd have to like chop them.
Yeah,
and it was fun. I loved iToy. iToy was nice.
Yeah, there was something else that he did too. I can't remember, but it wasn't as big. But yeah, he said that this is going to be the year of VR, which is true. And he said that he wants to be a part of this new world. Well, he already is. He's the head of PlayStation's VR headset, which is arguably going to be the most successful because it's probably one of the most cheap things that's going to be on the market and the most accessible, to people.
It's definitely the most accessible. If you have a PlayStation 4, which is the best selling console right now.
Yeah, and you don't need a high-end PC to run it, and the things that come with the Oculus.
The phone ones are...
True, but those aren't going to be nearly as popular, and they can't offer nearly as much as PSVR could.
Yeah, I used one at Best Buy the other day. It was a Samsung.
Oh boy.
And the quality of the images on the screen were just... At least in the demo I was playing, it was like an underwater one, and it looked like PS2 graphics, and I was just like...
Yeah. So, I don't understand why. I don't know if something happened, or maybe they're finished, and he's like, alright, you guys are good, I'm going to leave now. So I can do other things? I don't know.
You said he did SingStar, right?
Yeah. Do you have it?
I'm looking at my collection here. I don't have SingStar, I don't think, but I do have... I have Karaoke Revolution...
American Idol
for the PlayStation 2. And he uses iToy.
Well, he developed it. We'll help develop it.
There's that. Alright.
Wow. You have...
I have an extensive PS2 library, including American Idol. Alright.
Karaoke Revolution. Alright, but yeah, I just brought it up because I thought it was interesting.
It is very interesting. What do you think? Speculate.
There's two things why, I think are possible. Number one, they're finished and they don't need him anymore, and
PSVR's finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he costs a lot because he's been there for a long time. He's smart. He's
loyal.
Developed a lot. Yeah, he's good. He never plays himself, but
no. He plays his games though.
Yeah, he's playing chess, not checkers. He's been playing chess his whole life. So I think that's a possibility, and then I also think that maybe there was some kind of disagreement with something going towards the launch of PSVR, and he was like, you know what, I'm sure he might have had offers from other people, or maybe he just wants to develop software instead of focusing on hardware as well.
Yeah, it sounds like he wants to do his own thing.
Right, because he's developing software for this hardware that he helped develop to show off, you know what I mean? So maybe he just wants something new, too. And maybe it was just time for him. He was like, you know what, I'm good. So, who knows?
It could also mean that maybe PSVR isn't as good as we thought it was, and maybe he's disappointed in the product that they're making because it has to be cheap,
I don't know about that. He's been with it for pretty much the whole development cycle.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I have to assume that they're pretty much done and getting ready to produce.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mass market it.
At this point, we don't know when we're getting it yet, but it has to be.
They have to be making units
soonish.
Yeah.
And that's the production time for a headset like that is gonna be longer than like chilling out a game or something. You know what I mean? So
it's hardware.
Yeah. So that's my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't play yourself. Okay. So, I'd like to do something and say something that might surprise you that we don't normally say here on the podcast.
What's that?
I'd like to say thank you, Ubisoft. Thank you.
For what?
Quote. This is right from Ubisoft's blog themselves. Quote. This year, we are stepping back and re-examining the Assassin's Creed franchise. As a result, we have... I'm sorry! I wrote that wrong. As a result, there will not be a new Assassin's Creed game in 2016. End quote.
That's great. And it's not because I don't want another Assassin's Creed game. I think that Assassin's Creed needs to step back like they said they're going to, and they need to stop annualizing their games and build the hype around them again because it's not there. Syndicate, or Shitikit, as we call it on the show, didn't do as well as people thought it would.
No, but it was better than Unity. Which, speaking of Unity, quote, since AC and Unity, we have learned a lot based on your feedback, end quote.
And they didn't say Syndicate, they said Unity, so they know Unity was bad.
Yeah. And then they say, quote, we've also updated our development process and are recommitted to making Assassin's Creed a premier open world franchise, end quote.
So we talked about this a few months ago, I believe now, how there was a rumor that Ubisoft was going to step back and they were going to make an Assassin's Creed game next year rather than this year.
Right.
And it was going to be in Egypt.
Yeah.
So now this pretty much confirms that, right?
Yeah. Now, they said, they're speaking of main Assassin's Creed installments because they had the two, the Russia one
Chronicles.
and the Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Well, China was last year. Mm-hmm. They had Russia this year, and they also they're having Russia this year, and then there's also one other one, which
it comes out this week or soon.
Can't remember where it is.
Because they're selling the triple pack on PSN and stuff.
I can't remember where it is.
No. I can't remember. It's fine. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed games. So.
But so as far as main installments, we're not getting one. Mm. And then they say, as to why they're doing this, quote, we're taking this year to evolve the game mechanics and to make sure we're delivering on the promise of Assassin's Creed, offering unique and memorable gameplay experiences that make history everyone's playground, end quote. That's where the blog post ends, by the way, too.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good thing. I think.
It's more than a good thing, because I was an Assassin's Creed fan for 1, 2, Brotherhood was okay, Syndicate was, or not Syndicate, Revelations was...
And then bad. Like, was that your
bad?
Okay, that was your butt. Not
that was my butt. And 3 was arguably my favorite, but maybe 2. I don't know. I like 3 a lot though. And then the story with Desmond pretty much ended there definitively for me, and I felt like that was okay, good. Mm-hmm. And then when they announced another one, I was like, how? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. So, and I still don't know. I don't really know anything about Black Flag. I know people enjoy Black Flag. I don't know really anything about Unity except the shield surrounding it, and I don't know really anything about Syndicate or anything about the other one that released for the last-gen consoles. I don't remember what they're called. I haven't played them. I have no interest in playing them. I don't want to play them. I don't care. But if they somehow reboot, do something with the story that's different, start a new story, kind of like with Desmond, and having him be related with somebody. Not Desmond himself, I mean like a new character, maybe. Mm-hmm. Maybe like off, since the movie's going to be that, essentially, with Michael Fassbender. I don't know. It's just, it's good that they're realizing that they need to put their fucking foot on the brakes for a second.
Yeah.
Because people are shitting all over them, because their games have been subpar.
Definitely.
And Assassin's Creed... and they hint towards that, used to be the premier open-world game. It was fantastic. People loved it. It was groundbreaking. Slow down.
And the Egypt setting is really enticing to me.
Yeah.
I love
And I think it's like it would be with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It's very different than most of their other settings. Mm-hmm. So maybe they need to put their foot on the brake, take a step back, like they're saying, reevaluate, think about how they can make this game good, better, and appeal to more people and reinvigorate old fans that they lost.
I agree.
So, thank you, Ubisoft.
Thank you.
But still, fuck you. Yves Guillemot, I still want you to suck my cock. Alright? No, actually, I want him to suck your cock.
Who's Yves Guillemot?
The head of Ubisoft.
Okay. He's the guy from E3?
Yeah, he's the white-haired guy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like him. Why is he gonna suck my cock? Not yours.
I forget. It was something like you bought...
Rayman Legends?
I don't remember.
What is this, a meme? Is this an inside meme?
No, we talked about it on the podcast. I don't remember, but I said that I wanted him to suck your cock.
Alright, suck my cock, Yves Guillemot.
Alright. I'm moving pretty fast here.
Yeah, I was thinking that. We need to put the brakes on too, I think.
I think you're just plowing through. There's not a ton of news. Let's do this.
Alright,
that's next. So, Indie Intel is a new segment here on Hapticast that we started last week, where we bring spotlight to indie games that we feel deserve it. Maybe not ones that necessarily aren't going to do well, but ones that we feel like appeal to us and will appeal to other people, and we want them to get more traction.
Definitely.
Yeah. Even though this one's actually pretty big too.
Yeah.
But so today we're going to talk about Battalion 1944. Battalion 1944 is made by Bulkhead Interactive. I guess they're new just for this.
I believe so.
I'm assuming. Small team guys, very few. Anyway, Battalion 1944 recaptures the core of classic multiplayer shooters and propels World War II into the next generation. It is a spiritual successor to great multiplayer shooters of the past that will take you to real-world locations such as the streets of... I don't know how to pronounce... I'm sorry. I can't talk today. I wrote wrong. Like, you see my handwriting? Can't read it. Carintown and the forest of Bastion.
Your European history is just...
Just kill me in the comments. I don't care. Alright. Battalion 1944 is an infantry-based FPS with an emphasis on raw skill. No grinding, no exosuits, just you and your skill as a player.
This is a game that launched on Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What entices me the most is we haven't had a World War II shooter in a very long time.
Yeah. So this is... If you go over to the Kickstarter page, check it out. Maybe I'll put a link right here.
Somewhere there.
Right here. Okay, let's go on now. Be in the comments though, maybe, if I remember. If I don't, just go search it in Kickstarter. But this is a good time for this game. The FPS market is saturated with futuristic, whether it be COD or, Battlefield, whatever. Futuristic, over the top, which is fine. And I liked Black Ops 3, and I liked Advanced Warfare, and they work for me, and that's fine. But it's over. Yeah, it's true. Just like the World War II genre was back then, and like Vietnam and stuff like that. But now that the market's oversaturated with this, I think it's a good time to come back in and say, hey, let's remember why, where these games started, these futuristic games, and why we love them so much, and why we keep going back and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But the game has to be good, because otherwise it won't work. Yeah. It's a good time, but it needs to be solid. And watching the trailer, there's only one thing that bothers me about it. That's some of the animations. They look like poopy doo-doo poop-poop why I didn't play Battlefield. Why Battlefield never appealed to me, because like the animations. If that makes any sense, I know it's really stupid, but like just the way that you hold and run your gun like in Battlefield doesn't appeal to me as much as it does in COD. Why? I don't know. I'm stupid.
Quote that. Poopy doopy doo-doo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's not actually that big of a deal.
No, and the game's still in early alpha, or the early stages of it being developed, so I don't think that's going to be an issue in the main game. What I really like about this game so far is the trailer they have on their Kickstarter. You should seriously go check it out. These guys stuck really, really close to the facts, to what things really look like.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
So they went to the real-life locations that World War II took place, and they took pictures, and they modeled these maps off of that. The guns are the same, and then they even have a engraving option on your guns where you can, write your name or your clan tag or whatever, and that is even influenced by real-life soldiers who carved their names on their guns.
Right.
Their attention to detail is fucking phenomenal, and I'm excited for that level of detail made by, well, what they say, a couple graphic designers and a couple modelers, and they said they're all a bunch of guys in the game industry just came together and they're making this game.
Yeah.
I think the name's perfect, Battalion 1944, because Battlefield 1943 was an insanely popular World War II game, which I love.
Which it's a call to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And people will see that and they'll be like, "Is that Battlefield 1944? Like, is it the sequel?" You know what I mean? So it's a good way to get traction, even if they have to change it for legal reasons. The Kickstarter. First of all, the Kickstarter is doing phenomenal. They raised $311,000
at the time of this video recording,
and they only needed $142,000.
Yeah, and that's less than half. Wow, I can't even word that. Can you please explain what I'm trying to say?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
They have 18 days left.
Yes.
The funding was started at 32 days or 30 days?
Blue 30.
30 days. So they did that much in 12 days.
All right. Okay. So they're making great traction. They're making a lot of money, way more than they wanted.
Yeah.
Way more. And it's obvious that the fans really want this game.
More than the Winston double right now. Crimson double.
Oh.
More than double.
Oh. More than double.
The Winston double is something that Chris says.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but I say it because I like Chris.
I was like, what are you... Okay. Anyway, I really think that it's going to be a good game. Call of Duty World at War was fantastic. And honestly, this game doesn't even have to have a story. If it was just a multiplayer shooter...
Which it sounds like that's what's happening here.
Even if it was just like a $15, $20... If it's more than like $25, $30, I'm not going to get it. But it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And they're going to have early access on PC. I believe it's coming to the consoles too.
Yeah, Xbox One, PS4.
So, check it out. It looks really good. If you like World War II shooters, this is the game you should be looking at right now.
And again, while we're bringing up indie games and Battalion and stuff like that, is because we want to get rid of some people's negative connotation with the indie market.
Yeah.
We believe that indie games are good. They spice up the gaming market. They're nice, in between AAA games, which we like AAA games too. We play them. But indie games are nice, and I like to support small groups of people that are making games that they want to, telling stories that they want to, and oftentimes put more attention to detail than a lot of other, like the AAA games. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I agree.
And you can appreciate it more, I feel like.
I agree. You can connect with it more. You can connect with developers more.
Yeah.
For example, I don't want to get too off topic here, but games like Axiom Verge being made by two guys, or one guy and then a musician, I believe. It's just so much more fascinating. You're like, wow, this game was made by one guy.
Right.
And it's just, this game's being made by like a couple of guys.
It was like 6 guys?
Something like that.
Something small.
And it looks pretty decent. So.
Yeah. So check out the Kickstarter. Support them. They have some nice tiers for things.
Rewards. Yeah.
Almost all of them, I think, you get the game. So there's that. Well, for the PC, you have to get up higher to get it on the console, because I'm sure there's like shit that's annoying with that. Yeah. But check it out. Yeah.
Battalion 1944. All right. You all right?
I'm tired.
All right.
I don't know why.
I can tell you're a little tired.
I don't know why.
It's all right. This podcast is 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
They usually run about an hour.
Yeah. It's going to be a little shorter this week.
And we're almost done.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. We have a Firewatch review we have to film after this.
Oh, yeah.
So, go check that out if you're watching this and you're wondering why this is going to be so short.
But it's not like I woke up at 6 in the morning today.
We woke up at a good time.
Oh, I'm sleepy. Had a long week. I have a long week next week, and I don't want to. All I want to do is sit in my dorm room and play games, but I can't because I'm in school. I don't want to do it.
I'm Josh. I feel you there. And there's one game that I wish I could sit in my room and just play all week. Final Fantasy 15, Josh. Let's talk about it.
Alright.
Let's talk about it.
Final Fantasy 15 released a new trailer a few days, weeks, months back. I don't remember.
That was literally like last week.
Yeah. It was called Base Infiltration Trailer or something. Well, that's the name of the base, but I think the actual trailer on the channel. Yeah, something. But Nilfheim Base. Let me tell you something about this trailer. All right, looks fucking good.
It does.
Now, I'll preface with this. Neither of us have ever really played Final Fantasy at all.
Oh.
Ever.
I played 10 when I was a wee lad.
I played 12. That's what I'll say about that. I didn't play much of it. I remember it came on 6 discs for the 360, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was 6. Was it 6?
I don't know, it might have been 4.
I think it was 3.
Maybe it was 3. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Half.
It was fine. I couldn't get into it. But why I would like to talk about this. Number one, the trailer is fucking slick as fucking shit.
It's a good trailer.
So just
very good trailer.
That. And again, neither of us have played Final Fantasy, but
we have played Final Fantasy 15.
The demo.
Yes.
The episode to Sky.
Yeah.
But even just that kind of definitely got me hooked, and I got onto the hype train once I played that, right? And now after seeing this trailer, right, and keeping up with some of their active time report stuff, I don't want to say that I'm the conductor of the hype train, because there's fans that have been waiting for this for far longer than I had,
Definitely.
and that want it way more than I ever could want it and ever understand. Well, I could understand their passion for that, like my passion for like Star Wars, which, you know what I mean?
It's understandable.
Because you've been waiting for a long time for it, and I get that. But I'd say at least I'm the guy shoveling coal in, like, next to the conductor.
So you're that excited.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited, too. What I liked about the new trailer, the No Fine Base trailer, was it was a completely different setting than we saw in Episode 2 Sky.
Yeah. Which we saw wide open spaces, forest, grass, some caves, stuff like that.
And a lot more soldier enemies than in the demo. We haven't played the updates to the demo, just the original demo. I don't know what's changed since then, but you saw some of the soldiers, they would spawn down and you kick their ass and that's it. But this is literally a base filled with them.
Yeah.
And mechs.
Yeah.
And crazy shit.
Yeah. Now it looks, and it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It looks similar to, kind of similar to Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I get that.
But the first thing that appeals to me, number one, is the gameplay for Final Fantasy 15 is why I'm getting this game, because it is fucking slick as fuck, and I like the active time battles and stuff like that. But one thing I noticed already that's different is the display and how you do your moves is explained better. Like you don't have to know specifically. Like you can go in and say, oh, you can warp over here, or you can do a warp kill here instead of just hitting a button. Like I think you could lock on to the demo to somebody, but you weren't. I don't know. I wasn't really sure ever because I'm stupid and I didn't learn it. But I like that, number one, that it shows like, oh, if you look here, you can do all this. If you look here, you can do this,
the different options.
This. Yeah. He was stealthing around. We saw more of like the team stuff.
Yeah, the team attacks.
Insane. Yeah. Slick. And also, another thing that I noticed is that when you warp into something to attack something and you jump up and you keep doing the moves or whatever, there's this little line of whatever that
behind you trailing.
Yeah, it's a trail, and I like that because it shows what you're still attached to. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
And it just, I don't know. It's that little thing was one of the most loud things to me in the trailer. If that makes sense.
I like the scene where rockets get fired at Noctis.
And he dodges.
He fucking slicks away from out of the way.
Yeah, that was nice.
I like that. I never played Final Fantasy because I didn't like the turn-based style of gameplay.
Right.
Since then, obviously, I've gone back and played games like Persona, Baby's First RPG, and obviously I'm more into it now.
It's opposite for me though, because I like turn-based RPGs and stuff like that, but I just never played Final Fantasy, which is weird.
Yeah, it's not weird or anything. It's just not. You just didn't play it.
Because Final Fantasy VII is arguably the most influential game ever created, and while now I'm not going to go back and play Final Fantasy VII from then, just because I couldn't draw myself to do it, I might, if it's good, even though I disagree with how they're releasing it, with the remake.
The episodic nature of it. I gotcha. Yeah. I agree.
Which I still don't like that it's episodic, and I still think that's fucking stupid. But it looks good, and I like the new battle system. And I don't know. I want to try it. I want to like Final Fantasy. I want to like.
Yeah, I want to jump into the universe. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think another reason why we never played the games, at least I didn't play the games, is because there are so many, and I thought they were all consistently not one universe, but one story.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
I didn't know that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's what fucked me up. So I didn't want to play 7. I never played 4 or 5. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I never played Final Fantasy, and I'd like to play 15 because it doesn't look, not that there's something wrong with Final Fantasy, but it doesn't play like a Final Fantasy game and doesn't necessarily look
this battle kind of stuff is very different than.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get people like us to play this game.
Yeah, and it's gonna work.
And just for example, they're doing the Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered event. I believe it's March 30th, 2016. And it's being hosted by Kinda Funny Games, Greg Miller, and Tim Geddes. Greg Miller isn't a fan of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
He doesn't like Final Fantasy. I don't even think he's played a demo for Final Fantasy 15
but
yet.
He's the trending gamer.
He is the most trending gamer, and I guess Square contacted him and said, listen, you're going to host this event. And Tim Geddes is a fan of Final Fantasy. But Greg Miller argued, like, listen, the fans are not going to be happy that I'm hosting this event. They said, listen, you might not like Final Fantasy 15, but this game is going to appeal to you.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to get people from
Like
this side,
you.
this side.
Yeah.
And I think that we are in the same category as Greg Miller.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm predicting now. When Final Fantasy 15 comes out this year, it's going to be my second favorite game to Persona 5.
This year. That's interesting. I'm excited. I'm going to pre-order this game.
And I'm already... And this is probably bad because it bites me in the butt every time I get hyped about a game. But Persona 5, I think I'm going to put right up there. Second to Persona 4. I don't see how it could trump Persona 4 for me. Maybe it can. But honestly, the way that Final Fantasy 15 looks, the way that it plays, it appeals to me so much. Like, I want to fucking suck it off right now. I think I'm going to put it as number maybe 4 to, like, Alan Wake, which is probably going to be my third favorite game. One's fine. It's my second right now.
That's great. I don't know how I'm going to rank it. I think it's going to be a game that defines our generation, maybe, of gaming.
Maybe it could be as influential as Final Fantasy VII, which I hope it is.
This game has been being made for so long, and some of our friends said it in the past. They've been waiting for this game for 10 years.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
I'm also excited.
It should be good. And again, can't stress enough, we're not like huge Final Fantasy fans. We're new fans, but we've never played Final Fantasy before.
But we're not ignorant about it.
Right.
We respect what the games have done.
Absolutely. We know what they are.
Yeah.
We've just I've never been graced with an opportunity to play them.
I agree. That is exactly the same thing with me. Yeah. We came into this life at a time when Final Fantasy was pretty popular.
Yeah.
I believe it was the 90s when Final Fantasy VII came out, and I was literally 5 years old in 2000, so.
Yeah.
I didn't play Final Fantasy VII when it came out. There you go. That's it. I'm excited. You're excited.
I am. I'm shoveling the coal, and I will be until that game is in my hands.
Alright.
So, this week we don't have one, but if you have any unpopular opinions, please, I encourage you, I will licky bum bum with you. If you send it to us, put it in the comments, send it to hapticintel@gmail.com, put it on our Facebook page, tweet at us on our Twitter, or send us snail mail to 1-800, don't use snail mail because no one does it anymore, and that makes you a hipster. Yeah.
So, that being said, unpopular opinions, they could be gaming, movies, pop culture, even life-related unpopular opinions. Send them to us, and we'll read them on the show. We'll give you a shout-out. You'll be right here, and we'll put your picture right here in between us.
And if Steven's here, we'll put it over his face.
Yeah, Steven could be here, too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I guess that'll do it for Hapticast, episode Sky, episode 7. Remember, if you like what you see here, go check out our other videos. Make sure you like us. Make sure you comment on us. Make sure you subscribe to us. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, twitch.tv. And make sure that I say that my name is Josh Toll, and this is Brett Roberts. And then you want to make sure that tonight, before you go to bed, make sure you wipe your butt cheeks and make sure you don't smear some stuff on your sheets.
Go check out Battalion 1944's Kickstarter page.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind the Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered event is March 30th, as we said. Any other housekeeping things we need to say?
No. That's it. Yeah.
Hapticast.com. Check it out.
Make sure butt cheeks are clean. We'll see you next time.
See you later.